exciting. Hello, how are you? I'd really like to know. Hello, how are you? I'd really like to go for a night on the town with a guy just like you. So hello, how are you? How do you do? Hello, how are you? What you think of me? Hello, how are you? Do you think we can agree to act as one instead of always two? So hello, how are you? How do you do? Hello, how are you? I would really like to know. Hello, how are you? I would really like to go for a night on the town with a guy just like you. So hello, how are you? How do you do? Salut, ça va bien? Je voudrais connaître. Salut, ça va bien? Je voudrais aller pour une nuit sur la vie avec un ange juste comme toi. Salut, ça va bien comme ci, comme ça. Je Thank you very much. Like to go for a night on the town with a guy just like you. So hello, how are you? How do you do? Hello, how are you? What do you think of me? Hello, how are you? Do you think that we can agree to act as one instead of always two? So hello, how are you? How do you do? Hello, how are you? How do you do? Thank you very much. I'm so thrilled to be back here at Jimmy's. I adore this club, and it's so fun. And Thomas and I played here last January with a different drummer and a different pianist. And I think this is both of your first times here. Hooray! We all love this club. That song that we just did is a song I wrote called Hello, How Are You? And just to be cute, I decided to try and sing it in French because I live in Montreal and I need to practice. And you're a far more receptive audience than the people in Montreal. So, merci beaucoup. And I don't know if you caught any of the quotes Mark and I were doing, but we just did a sort of classical music festival, so there was a Rachmaninoff quote there and a Mahler quote. Any Mahler fans? My kind of audience. Fantastic. Well, we're not gonna do any more Mahler, I'm sorry. But we are gonna do some Frank Lesser, including this song, which is called Once in Love with Amy, and I'd like to dedicate this to any Amys in the audience. This is for you. I hope you like it. Once in love with Amy, always in love with Amy. ever and ever fascinated by her, sets your heart on fire to stay. Once you're kissed by Amy, tear up your list, it's Amy. Fly her with bonbons, poetry and flowers, moon a million hours away. You might be quite the fickle-hearted rover, so carefree and bold, who loves a girl and later thinks it over and just quits cold. But I was in love with Amy, always in love with Amy, ever and ever. Sweetly you're romancing. The trouble is the answer will be that Amy'd rather stay in, Amy'd rather stay in, Amy'd rather stay in love with me, 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 me. Once in love with Amy, always in love with Amy. Once you're kissed by Amy, tear up your wrist, it's Amy. With Amy, always in love with Amy. Might be quite the fickle-hearted rover, so carefree and bold, who loves a girl and later thinks it over and just quits cold. But once in love with Amy, always in love with Amy, ever and ever. Sweetly your romancer, trouble is the answer will be that Amy'd rather stay in, Amy'd rather stay in, Amy'd rather stay in love with me, 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 with me. Thank you very much. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. This next song is a very special one. It's by one of the greatest jazz pianists and Canadian jazz pianists to have ever lived, in my humble opinion. That's Mr. Oscar Peterson. And this is a gorgeous song that he wrote. It's called Why Think About Tomorrow. And there's no recordings of this song with lyrics, but Mr. Peterson did write lyrics for this song. And I happened to be a client of his daughter, who is my manager. And so she's been planning all of these incredible concerts this year because it's the Oscar Peterson Centennial year. And yes, happy birthday! And I've gotten to be in a couple of them, and she asked me if I would want to sing these lyrics that her dad wrote that have never been sung before, and I said yes, of course. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? So this is that song, and this is its New Hampshire debut, which is very exciting. It's a gorgeous song. It's called Why Think About Tomorrow. The lyrics are so beautiful, and I'm always so thrilled to sing any piece of music by one of my heroes, so I hope that you'll enjoy this as much as I love singing it. Why think about tomorrow? Since love has come our way, forget our pain and sorrow. Enjoy our love and play. Why think about November when it is only June? Let's dream until September. October comes too soon. Then the seasons fade away. And then one wintry day, the clouds will greet us with ice and snow. But soon the chill is gone, and then one early morn, the flowers break through and start to grow. Why think about tomorrow with our whole lives to much when the seasons fade away, and then one wintry day the flowers will disappear 'neath ice and snow. But soon the chill is gone, and then one early morn the flowers break through and start to grow. Why think about tomorrow? With our whole lives to live, with many roads to follow, and so much love to give. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think maybe we'll keep you up for one more. I made a set list, and I got eager about certain things, but I'm realizing my pacing was all wrong. So instead of doing the duo stuff, sorry, Mark, he can't figure the bench out. He's struggling the whole time. You want me to vamp? I like what you're doing, but that's okay. Bench talk, everybody. We're gonna do a song that I got a request for, and this is not the first time I received this request. Hello. You're welcome, Daniel. This is a song from one of the first albums I released, and to be honest, before the sound check today, I had not sung this in years, literal years, but you've asked me to sing this before on my gigs, and so I brought it special for you. This is a song called Postage Due, and the story behind this song, a lot of my songs have been inspired by my grandmother. You'll hear more about that later, because I'm not joking. She has inspired quite a lot of repertoire for me and my lyric writing. But this one, she told me about how I love shoes, and I have quite a lot of pairs of loafers. And in high school, I was visiting her, and I had just bought a new pair of loafers, and they were light pink and very cute. And she said, "Oh, are you gonna put a penny in the front?" I'm like, "No, we don't have pennies in Canada anymore, grandmother." And she said, "Oh, well, we used to do that so that we could use the phone later in the day." And again, not happening anymore. I haven't seen a phone booth in so long. Anyway, this song was inspired by that conversation. So here is Postage Due. Did you remember to put on your loafers? You know, the ones with the penny in the front. Did you remember the number to call and the words you'd like him to hear? Short and sweet, 'cause the telephone can be dear. Now don't you worry if he does not answer. You know, a letter can work just as well. Just spritz a little perfume to let him know that it's you. Seal the note, sign your name, and don't forget the stamp or postage due. Did you remember to put on your loafers, you know, the ones with a penny in the front. Did you remember the number to call and what you'd like him to hear? Short and sweet as a telephone can be dear. Now don't you worry if he does not answer, you know that letter can work just as well. Why don't you spritz a little perfume to let him know that it's you? Seal the note, sign your name, and don't forget the stamp. Thank you. Did you remember to put on your loafers? You know, the ones with the penny in the front. Did you remember the number to call and what you would like to hear? Short and sweet because the telephone can be dear. Now don't you worry if he does not answer. You know a letter can work just as well. Just spritz a little perfume to let him know that it's you. Seal the note, sign your name, and don't forget the stamp for postage due. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now I'm going to give these two a break. I should let you know who they are. That's Curtis Noasad on the drums. This is Thomas Heinbuck on the upright bass. And this is Mark Lamacher on the piano. Mark and I work together quite a bit in all different kinds of capacities, whether that's as a duo or with a 41-piece studio orchestra. And there is really no in between. So we're going to play a song from our new album, which is called Caity Gyorgy with Strings, arranged and conducted by Mark Lamacher. I wanted all of those words there. But we call it George with Strings. So this is a song called That Doesn't Matter, and I wrote this song after Mark and I had done our first orchestral recordings, or small orchestra recordings. We recorded 3 songs that I had written that Mark had arranged for 15-piece string plus clarinet, and I had just won my second Juno, and you called me up and you said, let me arrange for you. And I said, okay, sure. I have the budget for 10 strings. And he was like, yeah, that's no problem. It was a problem, but I didn't know that. So he miraculously, wonderfully got 5 more strings and a clarinet player, and I had no idea about the clarinet player. So I arrived to the recording session, and I see way more people than I could afford, and I was like, how's it going? But it was a nice surprise. It wasn't one of those scary bills you receive in the mail. So that's fun. But I was so taken by those songs that I went home to Montreal after recording those in Calgary, Alberta, and I started writing a song about how we're very different. You're much fancier than I am. Yes, you are. But at the root of it, we both share a passion for the same kinds of music and songwriters and arrangers. And so this is a song about that. It's called That Doesn't Matter. You drink out of crystal, I drink out of polyethylene. But that doesn't matter to you, to me. You write with a pencil and I write using mice and keys and screens. But that doesn't matter to you, to me. Either way, the drink is drunk. Either way, the words are written. Either way, the time is spent in thoughtful conversation. You speak with distinction, and I speak in unending hyperbole. But that doesn't matter to you, to me. Thoughtful conversation. You speak with distinction, and I speak in unending hyperbole. But that doesn't matter to you, to me, to you, to me. Doesn't matter to you or to me, to me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to do one more duo song because this is a lot of fun for us to do. It's not Mahler, but it is kind of inspired by classical music. We have a couple of duo albums that we've recorded, both focusing on different songwriters. The first one we focused on Jerome Kern. The second one we focused on Frank Loesser. And of course, none of those songs that we did on either of those albums are on the set tonight, despite having that composer featured. So we're going to do a Jerome Kern song that was not on our Jerome Kern album. It's called All the Things You Are. It's a good one, right? Yeah. You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday when all the things you are, you are, you are the promised kiss of springtime that makes that lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things that I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine, when all the things that you are show. That promised kiss of springtime that makes that lonely winter seem long. You are the promised kiss of springtime that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things that I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I will know that moment divine, when all the things you are, when all the things you are, when all the things you are mine. Thank you very much. That's Mark Lamacher. We're going to welcome back to the stage Thomas Heinbeck and Curtis Morissette. Ooh, Curtis with coffee. There you go. He says the coffee follows him everywhere he goes. Me too. I think we all had very early flights this morning from different parts of the East. Manhattan, Toronto, Montreal, and we flew into Boston and we had no problems. I know. And then we drove here, and I rented us what was supposed to be a minivan, but turned into like the biggest SUV I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm surprised we don't have like a motorcade, but you know, maybe next time. We're gonna play a wonderful song. We're gonna keep it in the classical realm a little bit longer, and we're gonna do what I like to call the Borodin medley, but that doesn't get rid of reaction, as you see. So we're gonna call this the Kismet medley. We know Kismet, the 1953 musical? Did you know that the music from Kismet was actually, it was written by George Forrest and Robert Wright, but they had taken Borodin melodies from different pieces of Borodins and restructured them to make standards. So things like Baubles, Bangles, and Beads comes from the second string quartet in D major. Yeah, ooh, ah. And Strangers in Paradise comes from the Povatian dances from Prince Igor. Ooh, ah. I think it's wonderful. But I guess I might be the only one. Anyway, we're gonna do that, and you're gonna hear influences from the second string quartet and from Prince Igor. But we'll do the songs, don't worry, it's not gonna be classical. You're at a jazz club. I'll only self-indulge a little. Take my hand, I'm a stranger in paradise, all lost in a wonderland, a stranger in paradise. If I stand starry-eyed, that's a danger in paradise, for mortals who stand beside an angel like you. I saw your face and I ascended out of the commonplace into the rare. Out in space I hang suspended until I know there's a chance that you care. Won't you answer this fervent prayer from a stranger in paradise? Don't lead me to a dark despair from all that I hunger for, but open your angel's arms to this stranger in paradise and tell her that she need be a stranger no more. Do 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 do. La da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 da. Bubbles, bangles, hear how they jing-jing-a-ling-a. Bubbles, bangles, bright shiny beads, sparkles, spangles, your heart will sing-sing-a-ling-a. Wearing bubbles, bangles, and those beads, I am gonna glitter and gleam, so to make somebody dream, so that one day he may buy me a ring-ring-a-ling-a. I have heard that is where it leads, wearing bubbles, bangles, and beads. Bubbles, bangles, hear how they jing-jing-a-ling-a. Bubbles, bangles, bright shiny beads, sparkles, spangles. You gotta sing, wearing bubbles, bangles, and I am gonna glitter and gleam, so to make somebody dream, so that one day he may buy me a ring-ring-a-ling-a. I have heard that is where it leads, wearing the bubbles and the bangles, the bubbles and the bangles and the bright shiny beads. I'm talking about the bubbles and the bangles. Hear how they sing-a-ling-a. The bubbles, the bangles, the bright shiny beads, and the sparkles, spangles. Your heart will sing, wearing the bubbles, bangles, and beads, and I am gonna glitter and gleam, so to make somebody dream, so that one day may buy me a ring-ring-a-ling-a. I have heard that is where it leads, wearing the bubbles and all of those bangles, and don't forget the sparkles and all of those bangles. I'm talking about the bubbles, bangles, sparkles, and spangles. Bubbles, bangles, sparkles, spangles. Bubbles, bangles, bright, shiny beads. So that one day he may buy me a ring-ring-a-ling-a. I have heard that is where it leads. I'm wearing the bubbles and all of those bangles, and don't forget the sparkles and all of those bangles. I'm talking about the bubbles, bangles, sparkles, and spangles. Bubbles, bangles, sparkles, spangles. Bubbles, bangles, bright, shiny beads. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. It's our Borodin medley. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mark Lamacher. You say play it again? Yeah. Shit, no, we won't do that. We have so much more to get through, including this next song, which is one that we wrote recently. We decided we'd try to write a bossa, like a kind of jazz pop bossa, and that didn't work. What happened was we ended up writing a kind of Burt Bacharach-inspired song, which is way cooler, in my opinion. Been listening to a lot of Bacharach. We played the Monterey Jazz Festival last month, and I was so annoying the entire time. There is a song that Bacharach wrote that is about Monterey. That's not what I was singing. I had changed the words of "Do you know the way to San Jose" to "Do you know the way to Monterey?" And I didn't know the song that well, so I just the entire time I'm like, "Do you know the way to Monterey? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'd like to be in Monterey. I was born and raised in Monterey." It was terrible, and I'm surprised they agreed to do this with me. But we're gonna do our Bacharach-esque inspired song. This is a song called "How About I Tell You," and we recorded it with a 35-piece orchestra last month. We don't know when this is gonna come out. The truth is, we've been recording holiday singles because those are the most lucrative. But we had a bit of extra time, so we thought, why not do this? We also wrote a cigarette jingle. That's even less lucrative, less usable. I know. So we're gonna do the more usable one, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. How about I tell you what you know about me? Don't fret, they're all good thoughts. A quick reminder of the things that you're quick to forget. Don't you fret. Don't forget how much you want me, how others just feel like regret. The kind of company I keep is the kind that you like. How about I tell you what you think about me? Don't fret, it's nothing new. A recollection of the truths that are already known. Don't you know? Don't forget how you adore me, how clearly bespoke I've become in the way that I fit in your arms. How about I tell you what we're gonna do next? Don't fret, it's no surprise. A repetition of the actions that led to before. Like before. Don't forget to pull me closer, location be damned. And when you ask me what I'm thinking, you'll know that the answer isn't likely to be lazy, but rather an honest reflection of the time and place and the circumstance. I tell you what we're gonna do next. Don't fret, it's nothing new. A repetition of the actions that led to before. Like before. Don't forget to pull me closer, location be damned. And when you ask me what I'm thinking, you'll know that the answer isn't likely to be lazy. It's honest reflection of time and place and circumstance. No cause promise, no plans, no song and dance, no ifs, no ands, no changing hands. It's just frank discussion. How about I tell you? 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 Thank you very much. It's Curtis Nosad on the drums. We're going to do another song that's from the orchestra album, without the other 37 people. This is a song that I wrote. This is another grandma song. This is called Pour for the Hour, and there's two stories behind this song. The first one is that the name of the song, Pour for the Hour, it's not about being like moneyless. It's about pouring tea. And when I hang out with my grandmother, we'll play cards and we'll have tea together. And one time I was over at her place and she said, I just put the kettle on, would you like to pour for the first hour or should I? And I had no idea what she meant by that. And I said, well, I can pour the whole time, or if you want to, like, we don't have to set a timer. And she's like, no, you don't understand. And I said, no, I don't. And she said, well, back in the day, there were these very interesting parts of the newspapers called the society pages. And that's where all the hot gossip would be posted. And in this case, the hot gossip was who poured for which hour of the ladies' luncheon. So, you know, it would be like Wendy poured for the first hour, and then Judy poured for the second hour, and then Edie poured for the third hour. And I thought that was such a neat thing. Like, imagine that being the hottest gossip. Like, that would be so nice. I mean, I know... What? Phyllis again? Why is she pouring from 2 to 3? She hit that last week. That's not fair. No. So that's one part of the song. That's where the idea of the pouring and tea and that kind of thing came from. The second part came from living in different places. I grew up in Calgary, Alberta. I moved to Toronto to do my bachelor degree in jazz. And then I moved to Montreal to do my master's degree in jazz performance. And there's a lot of different friends and people that you meet along the way. And there's people in all of those cities that I was so incredibly close with that I thought we were going to be best friends forever. And then it's interesting, you look back and you think, I haven't talked to that person in months, if not years, despite spending every single day with them at one point. And so it's not that you don't like the person, it's just that maybe you've gone separate ways and life happens and outgrow is not really the right word, but I do mean it in like a loving way, where you've both chosen to do different things that matter to you and you're happy for one another. So that's where the other part of this song comes from. It's very long-winded, but I hope you will enjoy Pour for the Hour. Thank you. One, two, three. I'll pour from 1 to 2, inquiring softly of the folks we both knew. We'll talk like we're friends and trim the loose ends, both knowing our fates once we're through. You'll pour from 2 to 3, while briefly recalling from our shared memories. Each time that we dine, the duration declines, but the distance grows emphatically. I I can't ever put a face to the names you discuss. You no longer ring my line when you're all in a fuss. We'll say goodbye at 4 and gently let go of what we were once before. I'll think of you fondly and you'll think of me. We've lovingly outgrown each other's company. I'll pour from 1 to 2, inquiring softly of the folks we both knew. We will talk like we're friends and trim the loose ends, both knowing our fates once we're through. You'll pour from 2 to 3, while briefly recalling from our shared memories. Each time that we dine, the duration declines, but the distance grows emphatically. I can't ever put a face to the names you discuss. You no longer ring my line when you're all in a fuss. We'll say goodbye at 4 and gently let go of what we were once before. I'll think of you fondly and you'll think of me. We've lovingly outgrown each other's company. I will think of you fondly, you'll think of me. We've lovingly outgrown each other's company. I will think of you fondly and you'll think of me. We have lovingly outgrown each other's company.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'd like to continue on with another song from the orchestra album, Sans Orchestra. And this is all about how I'm very grateful to get to travel to different places. It's called Sight to Behold, and one of the key destinations that I'm singing about in this song is a tiny little place outside of Guadalajara on Lake Chapala called Ajijic in Mexico. Anybody been? It's lovely. And there's cobblestone streets and really good tacos that are only $1 when you convert the pesos to dollars. And they're the best tacos you've ever had. And if you want to get them up here, it's like $9 a taco. So I love Ajijic for more than just the scenery. The food is so good. And I'm celiac, so I can actually eat food there. It's nice. So we're going to do this song. It's called Sight to Behold. We wrote it together. You sure did. You don't want to mix in? Okay. He says it's your show. Okay. What a thrill it is to take off on a public plane. Sing goodbye to the town where I know every boulevard's name. An economical flight ought to settle my plight of despair. But a terrible fright comes to greet me alone in the air. I could stumble down cobblestone streets in a lakeside locale, take incense from the blossoming jasmine along the canal, witness midday transactions take place in the small market square. But no sight is a sight to behold if you're simply not there. I could dine a la carte in the financial part of a town, window shop, store to store, till I finally favor a gown. Tour from tall city buildings to underground clubs neath the stairs. But no sight is a sight to behold, no wonders of new or of old. No sight is a sight to behold if you're simply not there. I could dine a la carte in the financial part of a town, window shop, store to store, till I finally favor a gown. Tour from tall city buildings to underground clubs neath the stairs. But no sight is a sight to behold, no wonders of new or of old. No sight is a sight to behold if you're simply not there. No sight is a sight to behold if you're simply not there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. now come to the time of the night where we do a blues. And the story behind this blues is fun. The lyrics are not very good. And essentially, it was written the day before a recording session that Thomas was on. And Thomas sounds so good on a blues. So now we just do this so that he gets a chance to show you how good he is on the blues. But of course, I have to solo first. So you have to wait for me to get everything I need to say out. And then you can hear something really tasteful. So this is a blues. It's called I Don't Mind. It's about the weather. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't mind the rain. I don't mind the snow. I don't mind the sunshine as long as we've got a place to go. So let's go right now, you and me. I don't mind a heat wave. I don't mind a cold snap. And I don't mind a tornado as long as we've got a place to go. So let's go right now, you and me. Sunshine, as long as we've got a place to go. So let's go right now, you and me. I don't mind a heat wave, I don't mind a cold snap, I don't mind a tornado, as long as we've got a place to go. So let's go right now, you and me. So let's go right now. So let's go right now, you and me. Thank you. That's Curtis Nolasad, Thomas Heimbach, and Mark Vermacher. Thank you. We're going to give these two one more little break. And we're gonna play a really sad song. Actually, I lied before. There is one song from one of our duo albums that is on the set. And I never get to do this one. April fooled me. Yeah. Oh, you can't. Hi. This is such a beautiful song. This is a Jerome Kern tune that he had written, but the lyrics weren't actually placed to the melody until after he had passed away. And these lyrics are stunning. They're by Dorothy Fields, one of my absolute favorite songbook composers, and she worked with, yes, Dorothy Fields. I did a whole research project on her during my master's degree. I'm such a fan. She's so incredibly clever. The way that she uses humor and wit when dealing with like very incredibly like melancholic topics is just so fascinating and wonderful. And this is kind of an example of that. When we were doing research on what songs we wanted to include on our Jerome Kern album, I was on the Jerome Kern website looking at the list of the hundreds and hundreds of songs that he had written, and I saw the title of this one, not the music at all, and it just said, April Fooled Me. And I thought, oh, that's probably gonna be a fun one. It's probably like, kind of like a medium swing. It's probably cheeky. No, it's heartbreaking. And what a great find. I'm glad that I was judging a book by its cover, because I ended up finding this absolute gem that hasn't really been recorded before. So, and I like our recording. I think it's nice. Once April fooled me with an afternoon so gold, so warm, so beguiling, that I thought the drowsy earth would wake up smiling. But April fooled me then. The night was cold. One Once someone fooled me with a kiss that touched my heart beyond all believing. But like April, that sweet moment was deceiving. It was not really spring or really love. You were alike, you two. Restless April fooled me, darling, so did you. Once someone fooled me with a kiss that touched my heart beyond all believing. But like April, that sweet moment was deceiving. It was not really spring or really love. You were alike, you two. Restless April fooled me, darling, so did you.
Thank you very much. It's Mark Lamarque. And we'll get Thomas and Curtis to come back. I feel bad. I feel like I'm making you guys do all these stairs, and I am so sorry about that. Oh, thanks. So we got a couple more. This next one is also a request. I did an interview at WSCA today, and with Rob, and he wanted to hear my bird fly song from my album Hello, How Are You? And so we're gonna do that. I think I did that last time I was here, and I probably asked if there's any bird watchers in the audience. Yes, I did. There weren't, but there are this time? Okay, great. So see, I'm making an impact on the Audubon community here. This is great. I haven't done this one in a while. I like doing this one a lot because I love birds. So here we go. This is Fly Baby. One, two, 3. Fly, baby,
My baby, you give me a boost, sweet starling, my darling. Please come home to roost while I wait. You are out late. It seems that you have flown the coop. I am honest, I promise I'll take you above if you come home, love. Fly with me, sigh with me. I'll show you the town. The viewing's brand new when you soar upside down. I will take you so much higher if only you would let me. So what you gotta say about that? Our little love nest is wherever you are at. Take flight, my baby. Come on back to where you belong. Thank you. My baby, you give me a boost, sweet starling, my darling. Please come home to roost while I wait. You are out late. It seems that take you above. If you come home, my love, fly with me, stay with me. I'll show you the town of you and his brand new. When you are soaring upside down, I'm gonna take you oh so much higher. If only you would let me. So what you gotta say about that? Oh, little love nest is wherever you are at. Take flight, my baby. Come on back to where you belong. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Mark Lamacher. Thank you. Well, we've come down to the last tune of the evening. I know, I'm so sad, but I think we've been up here for like an hour and a half. And although I could go for another hour and a half, they all had early flights, so. We were on the same one, but somehow it's affecting me differently. Before we do this last tune, I have a few thank yous to say. First of all, thank you so much to Jimmy's for having us back. This is such a wonderful venue. I love this venue. Thank you so much to Ryan on sound. Thank you, Ryan. And our wonderful artist liaison, Stacy. I'd like to say a big thank you to this wonderful band. We have Curtis Moassad on the drums. Water down. Thomas Heinbuck on the upright bass. And Mark Lamacher on the piano. And of course, thank you very much to all of you for being here. You've been such a wonderful audience, an audience that loves Mahler and birds. Like, I couldn't ask for anything more. So thank you all so much for supporting live music and being here. And now we're going to finish off this set with a song called Just in Time by Julie Stein with lyrics by Comden and Green. Hope you like it. Merci. Just in time, you found me just in time. Before you came, my time was running low. I was lost, the losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed, nowhere to go. But now you're here and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubts, no fear, I found my way. For love came just in time, you found me just in time. And saved my lovely life that lovely day. Just in time, you found me just in time. Before you came, my time was running low. I was lost to lose and dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed. I had nowhere to go, but now you're here and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubts, no fear, I found my way. For love came just in time, you found me just in time. And saved my lonely life that lovely day. Just in time, you found me just in time. Before you came, my time was running low. I was lost, the losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed, and you know that I had nowhere to go. But now you're here, and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubts, no fear, I found my way. For love came just in time, you found me just in time. You saved my lonely life that lovely day.
Just in time. You found me just in time. Before you came, my time was running low. I was lost or losing. Dice were tossed, my bridges all were crossed. I had nowhere to go. But now you're here, I know just where I'm going. No more doubts, no fear, I found my way. For love came just in time. You found me just in time. Yes, love came just in time. You found me just in time. Just in time, you found me just in time. You found me just in time to save my lonely life. You found me just in time to save my lonely life. That lovely day, you found me just in time to save my lonely life. That lovely day, my lonely life. That lovely day, you found me just, you found me just, you found me just in time. You found me just in time to save my lonely, 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 lonely life. That lovely day. Because you found me just in time. You found me just in time. You found me just in time. You found me just in time to save my lonely life. Save my lonely life. You saved my lonely life that lovely day. Thank you very much. Mark Lamacher, Thomas Heinbach, Curtis Noasad. My name is Caity Gyorgy. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay, what'd you like to hear? 'Tis Autumn? Wait, which? Sinatra? Okay. Do you mean, do you mean cardiologist? Yes. Because I would also like to see a psychiatrist, but, okay, this is a song of mine called My Cardiologist, and I sometimes get requests, so I have it in the back pocket. So here it is. I hope you like it. This one goes out to Curtis. No, I don't know. You said the psychiatrist thing. Yeah, this is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. My optometrist told me that my eyes are fine, but I've been told that love is blind. Should I walk around so freely with my eyes closed until I freely walk into my new beau? My podiatrist told me that my walk's ideal, but my head is nowhere near my heels. Should I somersault in every which direction until I meet a suitable connection? I've spent hours and hours and hours just talking to my trusty GP, but the doc says I'm showing no symptoms, and I'm not sure how that can be. My cardiologist told me that my heart is neat, but should it not be skipping beats? So I'll give myself a mean case of the hiccups till I skip a couple beats and become love struck. Thank you. Optometrist told me that my eyes are fine, but I've been told that love is blind. Should I walk around so freely with my eyes closed until I freely walk into my new beau? My podiatrist told me that my walk is ideal, but my head is nowhere near my heels. Should I somersault in every which direction until I meet a suitable connection? I spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just talking to my GP. He says there's nothing wrong with me. My cardiologist told me that my heart is neat, but should it not be skipping beats? So I'll give myself a mean case of the hiccups till I skip a couple beats and become love struck. Thank you very much. Again, Mark Lamacher, Thomas Heinbuch, Curtis Noasad. My name is Caity Gyorgy. Thank you all so much for being here this evening.